welcome to AdventuReady. Today we're going to look at summer riding jackets. So we're going to go from the lightest, we're going to look at the Klim. This is the Tactical Pro, about 180 bucks. We're going to look at the Sedici Chicane 2, about 180 bucks. This is mostly mesh though. And we're also going to look at the REV'IT GTR Air3. There's an Air4, but it's basically the same. But what I was trying to do is get three $180 options, so the sub $200 option for summer riding. And what I want is comfort and protection. So we're going to try to find the balance. So let's jump right in and look at these separately. All right, so first we have the Klim Tactical Pro jersey. Now, what's really great about this, if you can kind of see the material, I don't know if you can see through it, but it's very mesh-like. It's very strong, but it's not CE rated, which is surprising because it feels rugged enough to be. And for the price, you would think it should be. But anyway, so if you look at it carefully, the shoulders have a very thin amount of padding in them. So you can kind of see, it's not obviously like any kind of CE rated padding, but it's just something. And then if you look at the elbows, same deal, a very thin, almost a nominal padding. But the material itself is heavy and it seems abrasion resistant, which is why it surprises me that it's not actually CE rated. But you can kind of see the build quality. Obviously it's Klim, obviously it's expensive, and it looks high quality. So you can kind of see the jersey, see the front, see the back. It looks like a jersey. It has a front pocket, but it's almost what you'd expect, almost like a chainmail type material. So I don't know if you can kind of see my hand through it, but it's heavyweight, but it's not CE rated. So who's this for? Someone who wants to ride off-road and wants a high-quality jersey that's going to last for years. This seems very rugged and it seems like it's going to last a long time. It's not going to be my choice. And the reason is I want something CE rated for abrasion resistance. And this doesn't have it. This also, the little elbow and shoulder pads, it's not thick enough for mine. So for $180, I'm sure this is very nice. I actually got a size too big. This is a double XL and I would wear an XL. Now, if you're going to wear some, like I've got a REV'IT chest protector, this would actually be good with that. And so if I was going to run the REV'IT, I think I've got a Fusion 3.0. It even has the neck brace on it. If I was going to run that, this is what I would wear with it. But it's kind of overkill with all the extra pads. Now, the next on the list, same $180 price point. So this is the Sedici, you can see the brand name Sedici, Chicane 2. Now, I just lost half of you. Half of you said, Sedici, that's cheap. That's not for me. I'm not a cycle gear person. So this is kind of the brand name, the store brand for cycle gear. And I think it's RevZilla also used. So there's a reputation for it being cheap. Now, I don't know how long this is going to last, but let's kind of look at the build quality of this thing. Now, the front is very meshy, okay? And really the whole thing feels meshy. Now, it's heavier than the jersey, but it's not as heavy as like a leather jacket. Now, what's important about this, it's allegedly CE AA rated. Now, this is where I'm a little on the concern side for this. You guys can see right there, it says materials tested to AA, and then it says impact abrasion, which is kind of weird. Like, why does it say impact abrasion resistance? And it's got the EN number on it. Now that says material. That doesn't say the entire garment is rated to CE AA rated. So to me, that's like a little bit of a red flag. But anyway, if you notice here, the padding, or the armor, I should say, that's in it, is actually CE level 2 armor. So that's this almost like a slider on the shoulder. And then the materials on the inside are actually CE level 2 rated. I'll pull the shoulder pad out so you can see it. And I think it's Sedici's brand. They call it Axial. I'm not sure that it's theirs or not, but kind of show you what this looks like. So here's your, and if you look on the back side, there's our little motorcycle guy that we've grown accustomed to, and the number 2. I don't know if you can see that in the light, but you can see the thickness. This is a very firm pad. It's very thick, and I would trust that in some kind of a crash, especially if you're riding a BDR or doing a lot of off-road riding. So I like the armor in this. I like the meshness of it. I just don't know if I trust that AA material rating. So you guys that know more about this, in the comments, what do you think? Would you trust this to be a CE AA rated garment? Because the materials, I don't know about the stitching or not. Now, I rode this last night on the KLR. I took it out and I was standing up, you know, getting all the full wind, and it flows like a jersey. So if you're gonna wear like an off-road jersey, maybe more than a t-shirt, or sorry, not as much as a t-shirt. A t-shirt would feel more air going through it, but like a jersey. And so it had a lot of airflow. So I really liked this. I liked the padding. It felt very substantial. I'll go ahead and throw it on. You guys can kind of see how it fits. It's like a jacket, but as you can see, the front is very light. Elbows have these extra sliders on the outside, and they also have the CE level 2 armor inside. Feels really good. Like I would trust that. I could see hitting the pavement on that and trusting it. It comes with a very cheap back pad, but I bought a separate Alpine Stars Nucleon KR Selly back protector. I might use this. I might return this because this is only level 1, and this will fit in there, but I'm actually going to buy the Sedici brand level 2 pad that fits in there. So I'm going to return this and get the actual level 2 pad. But I like this. I just don't know if I trust the rating. Now, let's go to the REV'IT. So this is all $180 price range. I got all this stuff from RevZilla. If you want to buy it there, that's cool. I'm not affiliated, so buy it wherever you want or don't buy it. This is the REV'IT, and there's actually a newer version of this, but I wanted to do $180 all the way across the board. Which one would you choose? I got a double XL. I'm a fat boy. So this is a Jacket GTR Air3, and let me show you this is REV'IT. Now REV'IT is a more premium brand, and you can kind of feel it a little bit just in the stitching and the way it looks. Let's take a look at the pads though. This is level 1, and the shoulders and the elbows is level 1, and you can tell. So let's go ahead and pull one of these out and compare the armor that comes with it. So the Chicane came with the level 2 armor. This is going to be your CE level 1. So this is in the REV'IT level 1. See our little motorcycle guy in the number 1. Not as good. I really wanted to love this jacket, and that's why I put it on 3rd, because I thought, oh man, this is the one for me. It feels great. So it's level 1 armor that comes with it, and it is a CE rating. So it's just CE like 1A, which is not as much abrasion resistance. So this is considered for like city riding where you're going slow and you're really not going to be sliding on the pavement. But man, is it light. It is lighter than the Sedici Chicane 2. It is very much mesh. It is airy, but elbow pads feel really skimpy. The shoulder pads feel really skimpy also. There is no back pad whatsoever in this one. There's a place to put one in, but it's comfortable. And so this thing is soft and light, and I wanted to love this, and I wanted this to be my jacket for the summer, but I can't do it. And the reason I can't do it is because I don't trust the level 1 armor or the CE single A rating. Now you guys that know more about this, you say, well, what kind of riding am I going to be doing? I'm going to be doing the BDR X soon. I'm going to do that with my son. So there's going to be highway riding. There's, you're going to be about 55 miles an hour on some of those roads. I've ridden those roads before, not calling it BDR. I live in the Ozarks, so I've ridden a lot of those roads. I've ridden even Warloop Road. It's one of the more difficult sections, back when it used to be more difficult than it is now. So I'm going to be on highway. I'm going to be on really technical off-road stuff too. And so I wanted to find that perfect jacket. I wanted, level 2 armor, double A rating, and mesh. And so where I'm falling right now is that fits the bill for this Chicane 2 Sedici jacket. If I cannot be a snob about the Sedici brand, which it feels very nice. So look in the back here. This is the Sedici jacket. Notice this is the back. So like kind of under the arms, this is like an accordion material and it stretches. So this is a very comfortable jacket. These sliders really make you feel on the elbows and the shoulders, the extra sliders, level 2 armor. Man, I really want this to be the jacket that's my go-to summer jacket. So please let me know if I'm overly cautious about the materials tested to AA, or if you guys say, hey, just go for it. And that's it for the jackets. I also got gloves. So let me show you the gloves if you're interested. These are Reparo. You guys are familiar with Reparo. I did a lot of research on gloves. I've never had expensive gloves before. I've always gone to Cycle Gear and bought what they had, or just some even Amazon gloves. But these are like 150 bucks, which to me at first was like, man, that's a lot of money for a pair of gloves. But allegedly, there's kangaroo hide on the palms of the gloves, which is supposed to be thinner and stronger, and then your regular cowhide. What I liked about these is these are actually CE level 2 gloves. So I'm kind of been being a nerd about the CE ratings, and by all means, set me straight. If I'm wrong, if I'm thinking about this wrong, and it's not really necessary, then tell me. But man, these feel great. I got in a size XL, but they tell you to basically measure around your hand and get the one that fits. So look at the palm sliders on these. So it's got the 2 palm sliders that feel really substantial. The gloves are very thin, and they have the little tactile, so you can do your phone on all of them. And then it has a little flap here to cover up the first piece of Velcro. And then it has the bigger Velcro. And these are actually, let me show you some more of the tags on these. So these are considered a gauntlet glove, and I've been very impressed so far. So these are really high quality feeling gloves. But again, if I overpaid, $150 for gloves, or if you're like, hey, here's some other gloves that I like better, go ahead and tell me, put them in the chat. Get on the internet, you know what we're talking about. All right, so let's stop there. So at the $180 price point, here's our recap. You got the Klim Tactical Pro jersey, and it's not CE rated at all, but it's the lightest and the most comfortable. Second one is the Revit GTR Air3. It has CE level 1 armor in it, and it is CE abrasion rated. Very light, very comfortable. Third is the Sedici Chicane 2, heavier, still comfortable, and it still breathes a lot of air. This mesh is great. When you stand up on a motorcycle, you're getting full air. CE level 2 armor, and it says the AA rated material. So if you trust that, then it's actually a double A rated abrasion. For me, I think I'm going to go with the Sedici. The word of encouragement today comes from Ephesians 6:11. Paul is saying to put on the full armor of God to be able to stand against the schemes of the devil. So when you guys are getting suited up, when you're putting on your helmet, when you're putting on your jacket, be thinking about also putting on the armor of God for full protection.